record to my computer, not to the cloud. The cloud doesn't get my recordings. It's on my computer. All right. I never know where it goes when it goes to the cloud, right? I don't never know where it goes. So we're gonna revel in the simplicity of how the body is moving. And to do that, again, we're just looking at trunk rotation. And we're gonna add a couple of different twists today to this. So, pun intended, slowly rotate to your left, and then slowly rotate to your right. And as you're doing that, I just want you to list off what you feel. So right now, I'm just gonna list off stuff randomly, and you can hear me. So I'm going to do this a little bit because I want to make sure that you have your own thoughts for this. So as I'm rotating, I feel my left foot turn in. I feel a tightness in my right knee. I feel my left oblique working. I feel limited. I feel free. I'm going to go from there. You can go head to toe or just random feelings as you're going through your rotation. Is it smooth from one side to the other? What do you notice? And then relax. And we're going to take this to the next level, which is the seated position. We're going to do the seated rotation. With my trusty heater. It's like my pet heater. He's so reliable. He just stays right next to me, keeps me warm. Does a bad job of keeping me cool, but that's okay. He knows he's a heater, so it's all good. And just slowly spin side to side, hands across the chest. I feel like my legs want to work and participate a little bit more. I feel my lower back a little. Feel my thighs. My neck really feels relaxed. My hands feel like they want to clamp down on my shoulders. So my hands are working a little bit. And I feel like my abs are working pretty hard to rotate me, so I'm going to lighten up a little bit and just really experience the ab rotation. My right leg feels like it wants to take over for my left. Cool. Now, we're going to take this to lying flat on the ground. Put your right foot on top of your left, and we're only going to go right to left with the hip while the shoulders stay flat on the ground. So I'm just lightly tilting back and tilting and back. I'm going to put the light on just so everyone can see me a little better. There we go. Turn the lights on in this place. So again, just tilt and down. I take my left hand and I put it on my chest so I know that my right shoulder isn't moving. And then just slowly rocking back and forth. I relax my right thigh so that I lead with my pelvis rather than my thigh. We're just feeling what the heck is going on with the body. Slowly bring it across. It almost feels like a circle. It almost comes up and over rather than across. 2 more. Really feel my abs and my rib cage and my shoulder on the ground. Last one. And slowly back. Now this one, see if they feel the same or if they feel a little bit different, which I can barely move on this one. I am rocking my left trunk rotation, which means I feel stuck. And I'm working too hard. Calm it down, nice and relaxed. Let it just fall, flow. See if your range changes. Give me a couple more. So that one stands out the most for me as feeling stuck so far. And it is a huge discrepancy of how my left leg goes towards the right of my body. Big time difference. Now, let's take this into side rotation. So as I'm here, hand into the ground, and I want to see both legs slowly rotate the opposite way. So my heel is into the ground and my top heel is into my bottom heel. And I'm slowly going to push my top hand into the ground and both my heels together so that my torso stays put and my hips move. Good, keep those knees together. Again, I feel my obliques. I feel my top hand into the ground. I feel my neck working a little bit on this one, so I'm going to relax a little bit more so I keep myself from working quite so hard. And I feel like my bottom knee wants to go away from my top knee, so I'm going to dial it back a little bit. And just respect it. Cool. Now I'm going to take it to the other side. Hand in the ground, foot on top of foot. When you guys get to that other side, heel on top of heel, and just play with it. See if it's the same. And this one feels way more relaxed. It feels way easier than the other side for me. And then again, maybe it's because a whole bunch of different factors, right? So I'm just noticing what I feel and what's possibly different. That's all that I'm focusing on. The why, I really don't care about right now. Just care about what I'm experiencing and what I feel. What do I notice? What do I feel? What we imagine about it doesn't really matter right now. And relax. Cool. Now we're going to take this to the last piece of this, which is on our stomach. We're going to see how we rotate and then come up. Instead of coming up and then rotating, I want you to rotate and then try to lift. So I'll show you what I'm looking for to start, just so you guys, we're all on the same page. I'm going to put my hands in front of me. I'm going to rotate and lift. I'm trying to keep myself from pushing down. My hands are here just to support me, right? So I'm trying not to shove up like abdominal type stretch that you'd see in like yoga or whatnot. I really want this to be about those back muscles in trunk trying to turn you and then lift you. And the hands are just giving you a light support, okay? So we're going to try the right side first. I'm going to rotate and look over my right shoulder and then come straight up and then down. And I'm just going to do that repeatedly. Rotate, slowly up and down. Rotate and up and slowly down. Rotate and up, slowly down. And rotate and up, slowly down, and rotate and up, and slowly down. One more. And rotate and up. Feel those muscles contract and slowly down. That actually improved as I went through it. That's pretty cool. Let's see what the other side's like. I'm going to look over the left shoulder and slowly up and then back down. Look left, up, and 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 down. One more. Look left, up, and down. Cool. Now, we've gone through each one of these. Each one of these may have felt different. They may have felt similar. Now, as we explored these, I am really glad to see people taking notes on this. I am ecstatic about that. Notes are a great way to write down and make your thoughts become a reality. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Now, we can have standing rotation. We have lying rotation, seated rotation on your side, and then on your stomach. Who here had a limitation that you notice to your right? Who had a limitation to their left? Okay, so we have some left. Okay, did you have a limitation that stayed the same in all the phases? Like it was limited to the left in seated, in on your back, or was it primarily when you're facing gravity this way rather than on your side and on your back? Did it switch at all? No, pretty much the same. Cool. All right, so then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the on your back, because for me, this is the safest position right now for our trunk rotation. Did everyone feel okay when they were on their back? Like no tightness, no dizziness, everything was good, right? On your back? Do I get a thumbs up? Lissa, do I get a thumbs up? Yes, good. All right. Now, we're gonna start that way. And we've done this one before. Now we're going to take that to a standing position with a couple of different scenarios that I'm really excited to go through. So let's start off with going next to the wall so we can do our lower body isos, and then we're going to ramp it up with some seated isos and then some standing isos. So we're really going to get that trunk involved and then see how it converts to the side lying stuff, because I think side lying is the most strenuous. Okay, so let's start on your back next to a wall. My books are my wall. My left side sucks, so I am going to work on my left side. We're right here. And I'm going to smack my head and lay back. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to get as close to the wall as you can. And now from here, if your knee can touch the wall, go for it. If it does not, all we're going to do is lightly push towards the wall. And it's okay if it does not touch the wall. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my arm across my body that's closest to the wall, and then I'm going to try to rotate towards the wall and then relax it. And for me, I can't even touch the wall because I'm going light. I'm going 15%, right? I'm here, lightly push across and relax. Lightly push across, relax. Lightly push across, relax. Lightly push across, relax. Feel those abs. Lightly push across, relax. Feel everything engage. Lightly push across and relax. If you do not feel the abs with your foot on your thigh, put it on the ground. Lightly across and relax. Lightly across, relax, cross, relax, across, relax, cross, relax. Awesome. Go ahead and sit up, kind of shake everything out. I'm going to move my concussion stool so that I have full access without concussing myself. So now from here, everything should feel a little more relaxed. Now we're going to build this up to a ramping ability. In that same position that we just did on the wall, we're going to then go from 15% to 20% to 40% to 60% to 80%, and then we're going to give it so that we can build that up. Okay? So, you ready for this? Ready? Let's do it. Back to the same position.
I have a question.
Yes.
If my left side was limited, should I be lying with my left side to the wall and the right leg coming up is the one that's doing it? If I felt limitation on my left side, what side should be against the wall?
Left side of your pelvis or left side trunk rotation?
Left side of my pelvis and left side rotation.
Because if you went left foot on and rotated over, that's right trunk rotation.
No, I had right foot on and rotating left.
Then you're going to be left, you're going to have left hip against the wall, right
Okay.
leg will be driving into the wall because
Okay.
that'll be right trunk rotation.
Okay, so I do want right trunk rotation.
Correct.
If my right side was.
Yep. So the right leg going into the wall would equal right trunk rotation.
Right leg going toward the wall, but left leg against the wall.
Right leg going into the wall is going to, so I'd be this way if I want, see if I go this way with my hip, my trunk's going the opposite way. So that would equal right trunk rotation. So drive your right knee in towards the wall and you got it. Perfect. So let's do it. So right here, I'm going to put my arm all the way across the chest so my elbow doesn't get in the way of the wall, so my shoulder is really close to the wall. And now from here, I'm going to drive my knee towards the wall. I got a whole lot more room so far. Yeah, that's perfect. And now from here, bottom leg is straight. Make sure that bottom leg is straight. Lisa, make sure the bottom leg, there you go. And slowly push, get to about 20%, and then relax. Really good. Keep that coming. Now, let's take it to 40%. Bring it up to 40%. And relax. Really good. Really good. Now, let's take that sucker up to 60%. Let's work it. Right here, driving it into that wall, building it, and drop. Cool. Now we're going to take that sucker to 80%. Bring it into the wall for 80%. Bring it, bring it, bring it. Pushing it. And drop. Now let's take it to 100%. 100%, bringing it across. Driving it, driving it, driving it, driving it. More, 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 more. And relax. We're going to do one more hundo. 100%. Driving it into the wall. Slowly across. And push. Push, push, more, 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 and relax. Woo, that's awesome. Okay, so now we have that trunk rotation that we just went through. Now, man, that feels free. Feels pretty darn free, right? So we did those. We are going to now practice on our what we call eccentrics, which means how we're going to lower the leg. So, or how we're going to work on rotation by lengthening stuff. And one of the easiest ways to do that in this position is by going, or the position, the easiest to do that would be in a sideline position. So when we did trunk rotation right, you'll be on your right side to do that. So what I'm going to do is this. If I was doing a right trunk rotation, I'd get on my side. Now watch. If both my legs are up and then I lean on my side, I'm going to lower my legs. I'm going to roll back to mid stance. I'm going to turn my body and then I'm going to lower my legs. Bring it all up together. Turn the body, lower the legs. So if I had trouble doing left rotation, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to be here, legs up, body together. I'm going to turn the torso and slowly try to lower my legs, top hand into the ground. So again, I'm going to get in a good shot position here so you can all see me. I'm going to roll. My body's in alignment. I'm going to turn my torso. My legs are staying here. It's hard to hold that. I'm going to slowly lower it. Bring it all together. Turn the torso. Slowly lower. Bring it all together. Slowly turn the torso and slowly lower. Good. Bring it up together. Turn the torso and then slowly lower. Good. Bring it all together. Turn the torso and slowly lower. Cool. So that one's a difficult one because we're going towards a higher and higher thigh position, and then we're trying to have the hips go one way and then the torso the other. And getting the brain wired to do that, it takes practice. So this is the practice of that, that articulation, like one thing going one way, the other thing going the other way, and then they come back together. We're gonna do one more round of that so we get used to doing that. And I wanna make sure that it feels comfortable. Everyone feeling like their back's doing okay, abs are doing okay, everyone doing okay? Cool. Let's go through one more round to make that just really solidify, and then we'll do a standing and seated exercise, okay? So
Can we switch sides, or do you suggest we stay on the same one? I'm curious.
same side for this one. So everything else for endurance will be switching sides. So see if we can keep those knees bent, turn the torso, lower the legs. Back up, 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 now I'm really pressing it. I'm trying to get that torso over, keep my legs up, and then slowly lower the legs. Up, turn the torso, so I'm getting my body towards this arm and then slowly lowering. Good. One more, turn the torso, slowly lower. Really good. Cool. So again, hips go one way, torso goes the other. Now, how is that freedom of the torso? That's pretty freeing. Yeah, pretty freeing. So we're going to go to a doorway or a wall. It's okay either way. If you have a corner, cool. If you don't, that's totally fine. I'm going to shift the shot over here so you can see this. And got a bunch of junk in the way, of course. So the abyss of the doorway. Now, just in the frame of the doorway, and because again, left rotation is where I had some problems, I'm going to separate my feet. I'm going to get a stance where I can shove into this wall, and I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to rotate into the wall rather than trying to push across into the wall. So that's why I have my hands pretty high on my shoulders, and I'm just going to rotate into the wall and then relax. And my stance is, see how wide my stance is? I'm really making sure that I got a good stance on this to shove. If I'm here, I'm going to like fall away from it. If my stance is wide, I can shove with my whole body. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the ability to compensate. So we're going to shove to the direction that was difficult, and then relax 50% and shove and relax 50% and shove and relax. 50% and shove and relax. 50% and shove and relax. Let's take that to 70. 70% shove, relax. 70% shove and relax. One more. 70% shove and relax. Good. Now, it's going to take it to the other side. It's got my door right here. It's all the way open. I can use that too. Here we go. I'm going the opposite way and shove and relax. 50% shove, relax. 50% shove, relax. 50% shove, relax. 50% shove, relax. 70% shove, relax. 70% shove, relax. One more. 70% shove and relax. Cool. Cool. Really cool. Really cool. Now, this is where we started. Let's see how well everything flows. So again, slowly rotate. Wow. Slowly rotate. Night and Dave. Feels smooth. All right. Way to work through your core today, guys. I'm going to turn off this recording and we're going to talk a little bit, okay? All right. That's awesome.